Honestly, I don't really know how to express it in words, but it's this feeling of freedom that I got on the Juno walk this morning.
I could definitely get used to this, just walking along, and I could definitely get used to this.
Right now, I'm just standing here trying to figure out, okay, when am I gonna get the dog?
You asked me a week before coming to the seminar. I never thought I would be saying that I would trust a dog to take me, but now I do.
When does this whole thing start? Because I'm ready to go. I'm ready for this to happen. I want it to happen, and I want it to happen like now.
Honestly, it just feels like more freedom to me.
I'll experience a newfound freedom.
The Seminar for Youth was designed to give young people who are seriously considering whether or not they would be interested in having a dog as a guide some actual hands-on practical experience working with a dog and learning about the working relationship with a dog and the responsibilities that are involved in handling a dog.
Knowing how to care for and meet the basic care needs of a dog is something we teach here at the Seeing Eye. And we can teach you to work with a dog in harness, but there are also other aspects of the relationship which are equally important. These dogs guide you because they love you, because they know that you meet their care needs. So the whole program of the Seeing Eye really focuses on starting, at least, for you and that dog to build a relationship.
My name is Charmaine Coe, and I'm in grade 12. I'm from Richmond, British Columbia in Canada.
My name is Andrew Tompkins. I live in Fairfax County, Virginia, in Springfield. I go to Robinson Secondary School.
My name's Cassie Forster. I'm in 11th grade and I'm from Battle Lake, Minnesota.
Okay, my name is Sharon Kim. I am from Virginia and I am in 12th grade.
My name is Julia Ravish. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Fort Myers, Florida. And this is my dog, Shadow. I decided to participate in this program because I'm really interested in getting a dog. Independence is a big thing with me.
We're going to start just letting you two get acquainted and then do some Juno Walk activities. And this is, as we mentioned, part of the matching process.
So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a little brief overview and introduction of the harness handle and the leash.
Come here, you. There you go. Now grab the leash, which is right here.
The dog, pull it, because it gives you much more control. If you had the long leash and you needed to manipulate them when they were in harness, that's a lot of range. So
Juno forward.
Very good. Very nice. And then as the dog is crossing the street, they tend to slow before they get to the up curb or the up ramp.
You should feel a little tension in the harness there. So the dog is pulling you. So I'll draw back a little bit. Almost like if you had pockets.
See, I told you, highly inexperienced.
Well, that's all right. That's what we're here for.
You have to realize that you're going to experience what the students that come into class experience as far as the turnover with the dogs. They're going to be very attached to their instructors, and they're going to kind of be looking back for them for the support. And the way to win them over is to praise them from your heart. And then you're going to come on to some grass.
The purpose of walking the route with your cane, of course, is to become more familiar with the route. And all of these students, I think they come here and they're a little nervous, and they have this kind of sense of anxiety about them because this is a very new experience for them. So they're walking this route in this unfamiliar area. They're not as relaxed, I would say, and they're anxious because they're going to be meeting the dogs.
We're going to cross Keyhart and then cross south.
The route with the cane, I find them to be a bit more tense, but when they get the dog and they see the freedom that provides for them, and how they can so quickly walk that same route which took such a long time when they were using their cane. And I think that gives them a tremendous amount of confidence and energy. And so that's what I saw. It was this transformation of energy from someone who was just walking a route, experiencing the route, and doing well in their traveling. Then they come on with this dog, and it just gives them a newfound energy and a newfound, I should say, a newfound zeal in terms of how they travel.
Charmaine's going to fold up her cane so she doesn't need it anymore, because now she's going to enjoy a fabulous ride down South Street on the back of a harness handle of a 2004 Yellow Lab.
I have always had a fear of dogs, actually.
So exciting.
I've had limited exposure for one thing, and I think that partly my fear is due to the fact that I've always just been around to dogs who haven't been trained, and they're just kind of dogs that jump all over. So it forms an image in my mind.
Name is Kyler. K-Y-L-E-R.
So I've always been a little bit nervous about them.
So you go ahead and touch him and pet him. Feel how soft he is.
Hi, Kyler.
Yeah, right? He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay, so let's try.
All right, I'm going to get you the harness, and I'm going to show you how we're going to put the harness on him.
So we're going to make you feel just like they do in class.
No!
But here comes the pooch, I think. I think I hear a pooch.
I do too. Yep, I was right.
All right, John. I have a friend here for you. I'd like you to say hello to Nimoy.
Nimoy.
He's a male black lab. Go ahead and say hi to him if you want.
Hi, Nimoy. Hey, big girl.
So what we're going to do is we're going to fold the straps on the top of the back strap. Right, just like that. Right.
And his head goes right up underneath. So I'm going to gently just hold his nose with my right hand. With my left hand, I'm just going to slide it over his head. And I'm going to pull the leash up underneath.
So you're going to go ahead and tell him, Kyler, forward.
Kyler, forward.
There you go. Walk with him. Just like that. You got it. Just like that.
My dog's name was Kyler. I didn't know what was going on. He was moving at a really faster pace than I usually walk with a cane.
You're doing great.
The most exciting part was walking with the dog, actually getting to experience holding onto the harness and the dog guiding me. I felt this adrenaline rush, like it was just the most wonderful feeling in the world. It took the place of the cane, and I just liked the companion part. It felt like I was walking with an actual guide. There were moments when I was still nervous, and I still was really cautious, but I began to feel like we were hand in hand, and I liked that a lot.
It was really wonderful to watch Charmaine, and I was ecstatic. I actually had tears in my eyes when I saw the relaxed look on her face and how comfortable she was after just walking the block with her dog guide. It was ecstatic.
See how fast we're walking? Isn't that crazy? So cool, huh?
But by the end of the walk, I really wanted to do it again, and I was asking the instructor, when are we going to be able to, are we going to walk back with him and all that, because I liked the feeling, because I felt safe.
Nimoy, forward.
Since John has gotten to experience traveling with a guide dog, he is just exuberant about it. He is so excited about the ease that he was traveling with, the pace that he was able to travel with.
How's it feel? Yeah?
Yeah.
Go and tell him he's a good boy.
Good boy, Nimoy.
Seeing him just being so straight, so free, and not having to worry about all these other little incidental things that don't really matter on that route. That he's just maintaining his route, he's maintaining his orientation and getting to where he needs to go. It was very freeing for him, and I thought it was beautiful.
Crossing the street with a cane, you weave a little bit more, and you're not as sure of yourself. But when you're crossing the street with a dog guide, the dog knows what he's doing, and he knows what he needs to do to keep you safe. So you have to just put full effort into just letting the dog do what it knows it's supposed to do.
It's good. It's better.
Good?
Yeah,
Better?
it's better.
So if you need her to slow down a little bit, you can say steady.
So walking with Linda was, when it started out, it was just a little awkward because it was my first time doing it. And her pull was a little strong, and she was walking at a really fast pace, so it felt like I was running after her. But then, you know, we crossed a couple streets, and we're getting on, and the flow kind of happened, and she kind of matched my pace, and I kind of matched hers, and the awkwardness just kind of melted, and everything just went with the flow.
So when she does that, what are you going to say to her?
Good girl, Linda.
Very nice.
And they started reading each other's pace, and I finally at that point had come up to Jenny, and she came to the corner and she said to the instructor, she said, "I could get used to this." And I just about bawled and started crying when she said that. It just, I can't even begin to tell you the emotion and the feelings I have for Jenny to be able to feel that kind of freedom.
And she just had an awesome stride. I mean, it was unbelievable because as opposed to the cane, I don't have that freedom to just walk around things because I have to investigate when I have the cane. I have to stop if I hit something, and I got to figure things out. Whereas when I have this dog, she can take me around obstacles. She knows when she sees something to veer around it, and we can just breeze right through. It's awesome.
The more information you can actually give the dog, as far as giving them specific directions, your commands are clear and concise, and the person knows the destination they're trying to reach, the more information they can give the dog, the better the team will work together as a successful unit.
You sit down. Then you want to take Linda and hold the leash a little closer to the snaps. You kind of guide her under the table. So, but feel the leg here?
When I'm out and when
that's
I'm
kind of in her way.
I have this really like freaky feeling, like kind of this, you know, I fear the silence because not very many people are walking out.
It's a sense of freedom.
Mobility-wise, it'll be a lot easier to not have to use a cane, and it takes a lot longer with a cane. And with a dog guide, you have access to a lot more things than you would with a cane.
Okay, yes, definitely.
And it's a lot more freedom than with a cane.
Understanding, first off, that having a dog is a big responsibility, and that a dog, if you're working with a cane, when you're done in the evening, you put it away, and when you're home. But having a dog, there's the dog is would be depending on her to meet its needs, for food, to being allowed to empty outside, exercise, love and affection.
The reason why we groom our dogs on a daily basis is so that a well-groomed dog is going to be much more accepted by public.
Once we're usually done with the whole grooming process, I usually like to check, like in between his paw, in between his fingers, his feet on the labs are kind of, they're webbed, like kind of like a duck's foot.
Yeah.
So I usually like to check inside there, make sure there's no debris, hasn't picked up any pebbles or anything like that.
Say, oh, doesn't that feel good? Come on.
Don't you love it?
Yes.
You're loving it.
Yes, he is, and he's about to lick you in the face, so be careful.
The audible sound, the clicking every second gives you an idea that there is a PED button, there is a pedestrian push button here that will give you information about the light as it changes.
This statue is life-size, so Morris was this tall.
Yeah.
And the German Shepherd, of course, pointed ears.
I have nothing in my hand.
Seeing these kids see these particular animals and see what they can do and respecting that actually was for me, it was a wonderful experience to be able to have the opportunity to observe.
Oh, you just got a traffic check.
To see them, see that dog, see what that dog is capable of, and see what they are capable of too. Because I think for me that's very important, to see what the students are capable of. And these kids got a real chance to see what they are capable of doing. So for me, that was the most emotional experience, and that was the thing that I found so much joy in seeing.
Oh, I see myself filling out the rest of that application tonight.
I definitely applying for a guide dog.
I just felt so safe. It was so cool.
Plan to fly? Yes, I do. I plan to fly. Definitely. Definitely.
It's the best. It's the best of the best. They do their very best, and their dogs come out super perfect.
It's an experience that if one doesn't experience it firsthand, then you can't express it in words.
See you guys the best! Which is only the truth.